And similarly with the intracerebroventricular injections, you see perhaps a little more penetration, but again, it's limited to definitely no more than 2 millimeters of penetration. So what does this mean for a spinal cord in a rat, and what does it mean for a spinal cord in a human? Well, clearly, the world has shown that this is sufficient treatment to induce changes within a rat. But we're not really interested in treating rats. If you look here, this is some work recently published by Acorda comparing a rat cord and a human cord. And while simple, I think the point is clearly made. A rat cord is about 9 centimeters at most. A human cord is in the ballpark, depending on where you end, of about 30 centimeters. And if you look on a cross-sectional area, rat cords, depending on which section of the cord you're looking at, are somewhere around 5 millimeters, whereas human cords range from 9 to 12 millimeters in diameter. And if you start translating this into area, and math that I forgot from 4th grade, that translates to about 12.5 millimeters of square millimeters compared to nearly 100 square millimeters in the human condition. So looking at this in a length fashion, one of the things that we believe we're doing with chondroitinase treatment is allowing certain plasticity and sprouting within segments rostral and caudal to the injury to compensate for lost functions. And one question is, how many segments do we need to treat to get functional improvement? If you look at a rat, each segment is very small, whereas in a human spinal cord, each functional segment of the cord may be a centimeter in the cervical area to 1.5 centimeters apart in the lumbar and thoracic area. And so then we have to ask ourselves, if we do go forward with spinal injections, is the 3 to 5 millimeters of distribution that we see in the rat cord, will that be sufficient to reach the areas within the human cord that we want to reach? Which leads us to the second question of, can we achieve greater distribution in a larger cord, and how do we go about doing that? So looking again at the cross-sectional area, this is some data published by Co. in 2004 showing that the human spinal cord ranges at its narrowest in the sacral regions to about 5 millimeters, but most of the cord, the diameter is somewhere between 10 and 12 millimeters. And again, going back and looking in comparison to the rat